Dimensions of Health photo album by Natalie Martin. Physical wellness for me means finding simple ways that I can stay active and take care of myself in my day-to-day routine. So I included a picture of me and my boyfriend golfing, and also a walking route because I enjoy going on walks a lot around town and on like back roads. Both are ways that I like to get fresh air and just kind of move around. I also like to cook and prep meals so we're not eating out all the time to try and help us stay on a balanced diet. So I included photos of those. To me, emotional wellness is about things that bring you comfort or peace, or things that I can kind of do when I'm feeling stressed out or emotional, I guess. So I have a photo here of my cat and I sitting out looking out the window. We tend to do this every morning. And it just kind of gives me time to sit and think every day and reflect and calm and breathe. And I know that she likes it too because she gets fresh air. I also have a photo of my dog, who I don't get to see very often because he lives at home. But when I do, it's very nice and comforting. And then I have this is specifically taken on a back road that I like to go sit on a lot when I'm feeling stressed out or overwhelmed. Country roads with big views of the sky remind me of home, and it's always kind of been a place where I could go to just get away and think. And then the last photo I have here is coffee because I love coffee, and it's getting myself little coffees and little treats here and there is a little way that I can reward myself or kind of keep myself motivated. For spiritual wellness, I focused on moments that remind me of meaning and kind of reflection and just deep internal thoughts, kind of. So my first photo is me and my grandfather releasing balloons for my brother who passed away. On this bridge specifically is an area that I've always kind of gone to and just seen as my space to talk to him since he passed, because it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And it's become kind of my whole family's spot for releasing balloons and speaking to him and connecting with him. The second photo I have is me getting my first and only tattoo. I got it because after my brother passed away, we were gifted a star in the Big Dipper constellation, which is a part of the Big Bear constellation. So I got this tattoo, and it's just kind of a reminder that he's always with me, and it helps me feel like he's with me. So next I have a photo of this deer stained glass little hanging type thing that I have. I bought this because deer have always kind of been a symbol of like take a moment and pause and breathe and just think and enjoy what's around you for me. And having this is a nice reminder to just stop and breathe and think, and it's all going to be okay. And then the last image that I have is me with watching the sunrise, because the sunrise and the sunset are something that I find very calming, and I always feel very relieved, and it's like a good time to think and just work things out. And I always feel very accomplished when I wake up early enough to watch the sunrise. So that's an added bonus to that. For me, social wellness is about the people I surround myself with and the environment and atmosphere it creates for me and those around me, but mostly me. But it has a lot to do with how I connect with them and how the connections make me feel. So first I included this photo of me and my cousin because I love family and I love social family events, and I think that being around specifically my younger family members always brings me some peace and some calm. I also have photos of my two long distance friends because both of my friends go to different schools, my two closest friends. So making sure that I find time that I can see them and enjoy with them is really important to me, and making sure that I'm where I need to be mentally, allowing myself those breaks and that time to see them. And then the last photo I have is going out with my boyfriend. Just going out helps me keep myself out and not isolate myself. These moments all remind me how important it is to laugh and relax and make memories with people who I enjoy being with. To me, intellectual wellness is about not just learning inside the classroom, but also being able to learn outside the classroom, whether it's through experiences, travel, or whatever. But I really like history, so one of my favorite things to do is to go to historical sites or museums, and so this is a photo of me at one of the many Lincoln sites here. Um, Another big part of intellectual wellness to me is just being able to go to class. Um, so I have this photo of me and my boyfriend going to class together because it's been very nice holding each other accountable. Because that's something that I've had a lot of issues in the past, is just giving myself the opportunity to learn. Next, I have this photo of one of my class projects. We're conditioning an online rat. Um, but this was a project that really, it required a lot of work outside of the classroom and a lot of outside research and preparation. And so I included that in here because it did challenge me, but it also helped me grow as a student. And the last photo I have is I took a trip recently down to Kentucky and Tennessee, and there were so many cool historic buildings, and I ended up looking up quite a few of them. But this one was right on the border in Fulton between Kentucky and Tennessee. And I just thought it was such a cool building, and I was very excited that I got to see it because I wouldn't have if I hadn't missed my turn. So, for me, environmental wellness is being able to go out and appreciate and just experience and care and see the world around me. I like to hike and I like to view. I like state parks. Two of these photos, the one on the far left and the far right. The one on the far left is taken at Kankakee State Park with some of my friends, and then the one on the very far right is at Matheson State Park, which is about 30 minutes from where I grew up. And one of my first jobs was at the Starved Rock State Park, which is about a couple miles down the road from Matheson State Park. So I've always enjoyed getting to go there. The photo of the cat is a stray cat that I found because I tend to always attract the stray cats, and I love to show them just a little bit of love in the cruel world. And then this last one is for my birthday. My friends took me to a nature center because I love the outdoors and I love flowers and I love getting to see all of that. And so all of these were just different ways that I got to experience and practice environmental wellness in ways that made me happy. To me, occupational and financial wellness is about finding a purpose in what I do and just managing all of my different responsibilities. But I have this first photo of a sunrise at work because it's nice to find the little things or the little positives in a hard day at work. And the sunrise always brings me joy, so it is really nice when I get to see beautiful sunrises or sunsets at work that I wouldn't get to see otherwise. Next, I have this savings book that I got off of TikTok. And this has helped me to save money, and it helps me to practice responsibility and restraint, and also allows me to help save for different future financial situations that may arise. The next photo I have is of me and all of I can't remember what the gear is called, but all of my safety gear that's required by OSHA. And this just shows me managing my responsibility because although I work after hours, so a lot of my coworkers like to not wear their safety material, but I just always think it's very important, especially when working in factories where it's not safe, that you wear your proper safety material. And then the last photo I have is of me power washing at work, because I think that keeping a clean environment helps work. I think it helps everything flow better and looks better overall. To me, community health is about being a part of something bigger than myself, whether it's through school, work, the town, just something that gives me a sense of community while also allows me to be out and included in events. And so the first photo I have is of me and two of my managers dressed up for Halloween at work this year. It felt nice to dress up because we not only boosted some morale in the workplace and others dressed up too, but it definitely put a smile on a lot of the customers' face, and just knowing that we were able to do something small that could have made a difference for so many people felt really good. The second photo I have is from a small pumpkin patch. Being a part of a community means supporting your smaller businesses and smaller companies, and doing little things like that always makes me feel good. The third photo I have is of my friend cheering at the EIU football game this year. Being a part of the school community is something that I enjoy, and I love going to different school events and just getting to be a part of this community. And then the last photo I have is just I got to face paint at a birthday party. I helped out, I volunteered, I guess, and just getting to go and do that and socialize and put so many smiles on the little kids' faces really did feel really good, and it did give me a strong sense of community.